Hi guys, I hope that you're all having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share my most used bags at the moment, starting from the beginning of the year until now. And it also gives me a chance to give you guys an update on how they've been wearing. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? All right, so I have noticed that this year I've really been gravitating the most towards shoulder bags and also using those bags as hand carry bags more than any other style or more than any other way of carrying them as well, which is kind of funny because I normally end up going for totes. You guys know how I feel about totes, and the ones that I'm about to share with you have been in heavy rotation since I got them. And if you follow me on Instagram, I don't think any of these will be a surprise. All right, so let's begin with number one. Number one is the Gucci Ophidia small shoulder bag. You guys know that I got this last year, and this has been an awesome bag. Like, I cannot put it down. This to me has been one of those bags that's such an easy grab and go bag. I don't have to think about it. And it's funny because you guys know how I feel about the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoires. I love those bags. I think that they're amazing. And this is very similar to that bag. And I kind of touched base on that on the reveal when I shared this. Of course, the biggest difference being that you cannot remove this strap. It's just adjustable. But even with that said, I use it so often. I love the fact that it's carefree. This canvas is like indestructible. The fact that you have the carefree leather, you don't have to worry about water stains. You don't have to worry about anything like that. It has just been such a great bag. Like I said, easy grab and go. And for the last, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months, we've had so much rainfall in Southern California, more than ever before, it seems like. And I really didn't want to go for a bigger bag. I really didn't want to go for, like I said before, I didn't want to go for totes. I wanted something that was just not think about it. And this has been perfect. It's small, but it still fits everything that I need. I don't have to go uber compact either. But when I do that, I can definitely end up maximizing my space. But it fits everything. It fits a wallet, a catch-all, my phone, lipsticks, hand cream, perfume, what have you. It's just amazing, and it's so comfortable. I like the fact that it does have the adjustments on the strap, although for me personally, I do prefer it on the longest setting, because if it is a little bit shorter, I find it to be too uncomfortable underneath my armpit here. But on the longest setting, it's perfect. It doesn't move around. It doesn't slip off of my shoulder either, which I love, and that's really because it is the flat shoulder strap. But it's awesome. Like, I love this bag, and the fact that I end up using this a lot more than I do my pochette accessoires is kind of crazy. I don't know if it's because this is newer to my collection than those guys, and obviously I've had them before. That could be a reason, but overall, it is such a joy to use. And one thing I have to say is this strap, this pull strap, I know that we've talked about this before. I had some of you guys ask if it was cumbersome, does it get in the way? You know, obviously it hasn't curled. With as much as I've used it, it's kind of surprising to me that it hasn't really done the whole, you know, popping up and flailing in the wind type of thing. But I actually like the longer pull strap, or the zipper pull. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so it's so easy to like open it up, zip it up, and I don't know, but I like the fact that it's a little bit longer, which is weird because it looks weird, right? It looks like it doesn't belong. It looks like, dude, it should be smaller. Maybe it should have been metal instead of leather or something, but I like it. I actually like it. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And again, the fact that it hasn't curled up has been wonderful. But no issues with staining, no issues with pop stitches, no issue. Literally, this bag looks like I just got it. There is nothing wrong with it. And as I said previously, with as much rain as we had experienced these last few months, this has been perfect. So carefree, so easy to use, and it fits over my jackets as well, or when I don't want to carry it on my shoulder, I just hand carry it, and it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I highly recommend this. It's amazing, and it'll be interesting to see if this bag makes it onto my most used for this year. And I also like the fact that it doesn't really break the bank for a smaller bag either. But anywho, I digress. So let's keep going, because I feel like I could talk about that bag forever and a day. All right, number two Dun, 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 dun. The Saint Laurent small Kate in the blue pebbled leather with a shiny gold hardware. So this has been probably the biggest surprise for me. If you guys watched my what I got for Christmas video, obviously you know about it. It was a gift from the Hubs. And I know I sound like a broken record because I often say this whenever I talk about the color blue. I am not a blue fan. I'm not one that goes for the color blue. I don't go gaga for the color blue the way that I do reds and pinks. But I must say, this shade of blue is absolute perfection. And I find myself looking for more blue bags in this shade. And it could be just this shade of blue, I don't know. But it's so vibrant, it's so bold that I absolutely love it. And with the gold hardware, it's like a match made in heaven. I don't know. Now, obviously, this isn't really a small shoulder bag. It does have the longer chain strap that you can't adjust. So this one, sometimes I do end up using crossbody, and other times I do use it on my shoulder. Although I will admit that when I do use it on my shoulder, it does hang a little bit longer than I would like. And I know some people end up kind of making a little knot on here to make it a smaller shoulder bag. So I haven't necessarily done that, but when I do carry it on my shoulder just the way that it is, it lands a little bit kind of like mid-thigh for me. So it's a little bit longer than I would like. And that's why sometimes I do end up using it crossbody. But it has been so surprising to me how often I go for this bag. And I get very giddy whenever I go to use it. I get so excited about pairing it with my outfits because it's like a foreign concept to me about grabbing a blue bag. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense or not. And I don't know if you guys feel that way when it comes to a new color that you're incorporating into your handbag collection, but that's exactly what's happened to me with this bag. Now, that doesn't sound good. As far as wear and tear goes, so far, so good. No issues with pop stitches, no issues with the varnish wearing or anything like that. The hardware is still extremely shiny. I do have some tiny hairline scratches on the hardware here, but nothing too crazy. And with this one, since this is the small Kate, I do have to go more compact. I can't go for everything in the kitchen sink, but even then, I can still easily carry a catch-all, a flat card holder, my lipstick, and my phone, and my keys. And that's all I need, you know? So for this one, I do go for the bare essentials, but it's still not like super tiny. It is a little bit tight. When I first got it, it was a little bit tight as far as the opening goes, but the more and more I've used it, it seems like the easier it is for me to get in and out of it. But you will notice that you do get that heavy wrinkling on the back, but when you go to close it, it goes away. So I just wanted to point that out just in case you guys are also looking to add a Kate to your collection. Obviously, this bag has been around, this style of bag has been around for quite some time, but I really like the small size. It's very comfortable. It's, you know, it has one little slip pocket, but it's a really nice size, and again, it's the color that I'm just so, I can't wait to use it. You know, it's this bright, like, not electric blue, or maybe it is electric blue, I don't know, but I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this color, or with this shade of blue. It's awesome. And the pairing, like I said, I think is absolutely fabulous. So on the days when I do want that pop of color that's not red or that's not pink, I end up going for this one, and this is perfect. So, you know, it's great grab and go as well. Perfect for running errands when I do use it crossbody. And it's a great bag. All right, moving on to number 3, the Loewe small puzzle bag in the black shiny calfskin leather with the matte black hardware. And I have attached the donut chain, which is also from Loewe, that matches the hardware onto the bag. Now, you guys know that I did nickname this bag Madame Morticia. I think it fits perfectly. And I am a huge fan of puzzle bags. I do have 3 in my collection. This one, my small red one, and I also have a mini. Out of the 3, I love them all. I think that they're all fabulous. but this one for me takes the cake. And it's really just because of the way that it looks. Obviously, I'm a fan of the style, I'm a fan of the silhouette, but the fact that you have this shiny black calfskin leather, this shiny black leather with this matte black hardware, it looks very similar to a So Black type of handbag. Obviously, it's not so black because it does have a gold zipper, but I just love, I love the way that it looks. It goes with my entire wardrobe. So on days when I want to go for that Billy badass look, I go for this bag and it just makes me grin like an idiot every time that I use it. It's very comfortable. I like the fact that it does have a little bit of a sag to it when I fit all of my items in here, and it's just amazing. I know that I talked about this briefly on my What's in My Bag video that I did with this a few months back, but I failed to mention that when I did the reveal on it, that it does have a back pocket. So it has a secret little compartment here, which I think is pretty cool, and it goes the entire length of this triangle here. So you can fit your phone in here. It might pop out a little bit, or you can fit, you know, a wallet or cash or what have you. So that I wanted to also, you know, take the time to mention that it does have that pocket. As far as wear and tear goes, because this is the shiny black leather, this is going to show scratches more than the regular pebbled leather that they use, or more than the leather that they use for their regular puzzle bags. I knew that going into it, so you will end up seeing some of those scratches. I do have some up top, not too bad, just from getting in and out of the bag. And I also have some on the side where the chain ends up hitting like right here and right here. Some of them I have been able to buff away with my fingertips, but even with the scratches that it has, it doesn't bother me at all. And I'm like mesmerized by this bag. I know some people might think, oh, it's just a black bag. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's such a cool looking bag to me, you know? And this chain, in my opinion, kind of gives it like that chef's kiss that I was looking for, you know, and I'm a fan. The small size I think is fabulous. It fits everything that you would in like a medium size bag. So I know that they also have this bag in a medium size, which is great also if you carry a lot more with you. But for me personally, in my lifestyle, the small size is perfect. If you do carry larger wallets, or if you do carry larger SLGs, those you might have to tip off to the side in order to fit them in here. But even then, you can fit them in here no problem. You can see everything at a glance. This top flap isn't a pain in the ass to move around and to be able to see your items either. So I also wanted to note that. Now this bag originally came with this strap, which has the Loewe on one side and it has this guy on the other side. I hate this strap. I do not like it. I do not use it at all. I tried using it a couple of times and I find it to be so uncomfortable, which wouldn't necessarily be the case, I think, for most people, because a thicker strap sometimes means that it's a lot more comfortable, it doesn't dig into your skin, but I find it to be a little bit cumbersome. I don't know why. It really bothers me when I go to use it crossbody or even on my shoulder. It's really not my thing. Yeah, I don't like it at all. So I end up just hand carrying this bag or putting it on the crook of my arm. I don't use this strap as a shoulder strap or this chain as a strap at all. This is purely decorative. That's it. Like just for the look of it. So it's just a black bag. It doesn't have any crazy logos. It doesn't have, you know, all this stuff going on. And I think it's incredible. I think it's absolutely incredible. So it's definitely my jam. And so far, no issues with the bottom because it doesn't have any feet. So it's been wearing really well, aside from the scratches that it has, but that's just normal. It's going to happen because of the nature of this leather or the finish that it has. So just keep that in mind. But if you do want a puzzle bag that is a little bit more durable or doesn't show those scratches as much, I wouldn't recommend going for this kind of leather. I would recommend going for the regular pebbled leather. Absolutely love it. All right, moving on to number 4. This is definitely not going to be a surprise. The Louis Vuitton side trunk. Now I know that I've had this bag for a couple of months, but in those couple of months, there are days when I don't want to switch out of it. And I've said this before, it's been such a long time since I have fallen that head over heels in love with a bag from Louis Vuitton that I didn't have in my collection previously, the way that I have for this bag. I think it is amazing. I know some people aren't a fan because it has so much hardware. You know, a lot of people have said it's very gaudy, but I think it is absolutely fabulous. I love the details. I love the hardware. I love the style. Someone nailed it. They said that I probably like this bag so much because it has the same silhouette as the puzzle bag. And it totally does. I can totally see that. And that could be a reason why, you know? But this bag has been absolutely fantastic. The details, I think, are just... they are so Louis Vuitton. That gives me those old school warm and fuzzies that I absolutely appreciate about the fashion house. I love the way that you get in and out of the bag. The fact that you have this little S-lock closure on the side. The opening, it's not super generous, but it's not super tiny either. This bag does come with a removable, adjustable crossbody / shoulder strap. I do not like using this bag with this strap at all. I don't find it comfortable. I don't use this strap at all with this bag. So I don't use it on my shoulder. I don't use it crossbody. As I said previously, I mostly end up using it as a hand carry bag, and it's perfect that way. It's very comfortable. It's not too heavy. It does have that microfiber lining, and it's so easy to get in and out of. This zipper doesn't hit my hand either. It's a really cool looking bag, you know, and the fact that if I wanted to take off this strap and change the strap and use maybe a chain strap, I like the fact that you have more options if you wanted to, but I just prefer to use it as a hand carry bag. On my shoulder, I don't really like it this way. I really don't. It's just, I like using it this way, you know, which is it's not very convenient because if I need to be hands-free, sometimes carrying a bag on the crook of your arm or as a hand carry bag, you don't really have, you know, the freedom that you need to do what you need to do. So I totally get that. But for me personally, it works. I don't really zip it up. I like to leave it open. It makes it a lot easier to get in and out of it. As far as wear and tear goes, no issues with the hardware. As I've said previously, I am looking forward to the sides looking super beat up, because in my opinion, this bag should resemble a trunk, and a trunk to me shouldn't be like cookie cutter perfect. I want it to have scratches. I want it to have those hairline scratches on the hardware or what have you, just because I think that the more this bag ages, the more character it has, the more fabulous it's going to look. Just in, you know, in my opinion, just my 2 cents, but it's awesome, you know, and the fact that it does have the treated leather, you don't have to be as careful with it. You don't have to worry about water stains. So I have been using this bag to the fullest. I don't baby them. I don't baby any of these bags, and I'm having the time of my life with them and just putting them to full use, and this bag has been absolutely amazing. So I have been reaching for it nonstop. There is no doubt in my mind that this will make my most used bags by the end of this year. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. All right, moving on to number 5. This might surprise some people because the detail that this bag has is not necessarily something that you would associate with a most used bag, but I am talking about the Fendi Baguette in the red sequins. So this bag, like I said, the detail, the fact that you do have these red sequins all over the bag, usually people end up using for special occasions, for the holidays and what have you. Nah, I bust this bag out whenever I want another pop of color that's not necessarily that fabulous blue. And if I want something that is so in your face, I end up going for this one. And I think that this bag is amazing. This handbag has 100% sealed the deal for me to want to add a regular leather baguette in the same size. And as far as the color, I really see myself going for either the white or the beige. It's between those 2 colors, but I love this silhouette. I think it's an awesome handbag. Aside from the fact that it does have this beautiful red with the glitter and whatnot, I just love how easy it is to use. It does come with 2 different straps. You have one strap that you can use on the crook of your arm as a hand carry bag. Some people can also use it as a shoulder bag. You can remove it. It also comes with a removable shoulder strap or crossbody strap. I really don't use this, to be completely honest with you. It is a little bit more comfortable, but I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not really one to go for crossbody bags. Like, that's not a deal breaker for me when it comes to handbags. It's not a detail that I look for, but it does allow you to be, you know, hands-free if you wanted to not have it on your shoulder or what have you. But it's very comfortable. The leather is amazing. It's super, super soft, but I don't really use it. For me, I end up using it like so. I throw it on my shoulder. Sometimes I do end up switching out the strap for a strap that I got from Samorga that's just the chain. And I like the fact that I can give it an even gaudier look, if you will. But it's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. As I've said before, I don't think you don't have to have a special occasion in order to use these types of bags, you know, or even if it was rhinestones or anything like that. No, it's like whatever you're feeling that day, just go for it, you know. If you want a little bit more oomph, as I've said before, go for it, you know. So I think it's awesome. But I really like this style. I love this silhouette. Look at how spacious this is, you know, because it doesn't really have a whole lot of structure. You can fit a lot in here. I mean, you can see everything at a glance. It's very, very comfortable. It's not this super heavy bag. I will say that when I do have this, not fully loaded, but when I do have it, you know, when I'm using it, it tends to kind of do this on the side. It really does this a lot. And so far, I haven't had any issues with these sequins at all. Like, I haven't had any problems with them falling off, although I do have quite a few scratches on them. And it's kind of peeled the red, and now it's a little exposed, and it has that silver, you know, that silver underneath the red. No beads have fallen off so far. No issues with that. I do have some hairline scratches on this hardware here, which is normal. But other than that, I mean, I don't baby, like I said previously, I don't baby these bags whatsoever. I just use them, throw them on my shoulder. I'm good to go, out the door. Don't think about it. And just, you know, living, these bags are living their best life, if you will, but no issues with pop stitches on these handles either. It's an incredible bag. It's so comfortable. And like I said, I really want to go for this in leather because I'm a huge fan of this style. But yeah, so on the days when I just want that extra, you know, to my outfit, or when I want a red bag that is so, like, it's such, I guess some people might say it's so obnoxious because it's so, like, bright, it's so shiny. That's the bag that I go for, you know? So if I want an extra pep in my step, that's what I go for. And because of the horrible winter that we had, you know, it was constantly dark, it was constantly cloudy. I just wanted a bag that just totally lifted my spirits. That was the one that I would reach for, and it did the trick every single time. So I'm super happy that that I was able to add that bag to my collection as well. But anywho, I know that I probably gave you guys an earful, but as I said in the beginning, I really wanted to give you an update on how they've been wearing and anything to look out for. I think that these bags are fabulous. I do think that some of them are definitely going to make my most used by the end of this year. But I think that they're great, you know, and it's kind of crazy, as I said in the beginning, that I'm not really going for totes. I still love totes. Don't get me wrong. Those will always be like my end all be all when it comes to handbags. But I'm having a lot of fun with these shoulder / hand carry bags the most this year, and something that's not as big, something that's a little bit more manageable for me as well. So, you know, we'll see if that changes throughout the year. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.